Guys, happy coffee talk. It's dark outside. It's Tuesday morning and it's 7 a.m. and it looks like it's pitch black out. Oh, Washington. I was watching this thing on TikTok the other day and it was like showing the polar nights where I guess it doesn't even get light in some parts, of the northern, Finland, Sweden, all those areas at all in the winter. And I'm like, man, that would be crazy. Today, my coffee is in a brand new mug. This cool mug came from my homie, one of my besties, my training partner at jiu-jitsu. She got this actually made for me. It has all of the jiu-jitsu belt colors on it. So white, blue, purple, brown, and black. And yeah, she had this made. So this is like a really special mug and I love it. And my coffee this morning is amazing. It's that Beck's coffee that I started drinking yesterday. Super good. Before we dive into the coffee talk topic for today, reminder, like giant reminder. The Fitme scholarship applications are open right now. We are giving away a $6,500 coaching package to someone that applies for this scholarship. Now we have about 40 applicants so far. So it's not like there's thousands. I mean, I'm talking put yourself in the ring here. We're going to give away one full scholarship, $6,500 coaching package, and we're going to give away a handful of partial scholarships. And so if you are in a position where you're like, it's time to make some changes. I want a healthier lifestyle. I want to feel good in my skin. I want to eat better. I want to exercise and I need some help. We will help you and guide you every step of the way, but you got to fill out this application. It's really short. I'm going to put the link in the bio, the link in the show notes, and applications close Saturday night at midnight. And so you got to fill it out ASAP. So click the link, fill it out, put yourself in the ring, Maybe this is the moment for you. Again, like just yesterday's coffee talk was about making decisions. And this one, I'm just saying, like, don't not put yourself out there and try if you're somebody who is ready to make some changes. And so tell me why why now? Why would this matter for you? What would a year of like eating better and exercising and taking good care of yourself, like how would that change your life? Tell me in the application. So let's talk about the topic for today for Coffee Talk. I was doing a coaching call, group coaching call yesterday with a handful of people who are doing the Fitme challenge. And we were talking about cravings. And so after a few weeks of doing Fitme stuff, she was saying like, I'm so surprised I don't have as many cravings as I did before. And she said, I can't believe it. I actually was craving like a salad and normally I'm craving sugar all day. And so I said to her, it's because you're eating differently. And so your cravings are actually going to go away. You're not going to have to fight them so often. And what you want to eat is going to change. So you're going to be like hungrier for other things. And that's a good thing. And I used this little story essentially to explain it to her because I think we try to fight the wrong thing. So normally we're like, how can I fight these cravings? So let me get and I'm not saying these are bad. I'm just using this as an example. But you know how like if you go on Pinterest and you search out like diet desserts or like macro-friendly desserts or like low-calorie treats, they're going to come up with like sugar-free pudding plus like low-fat graham crackers plus, this and that. And you mix it all together and poof, you have lemon meringue pie, but it's low-calorie or whatever, right? The thing is that is normally the solution that we try to go to fight cravings. We're like, well, I'm having cravings. I'm not trying to have the sugar. And so let me try to beat the cravings. And so I remember being in Weight Watchers and them saying like, put, Mio, which is like that water flavoring stuff in ice cubes and like eat it like shaved ice so you could beat your cravings. Like there's all of this language around how to beat cravings. But what's funny to me is it's answering the wrong question. If the question is how to beat cravings and you're answering it with like, kind of diet desserts. Again, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying in the solution to, is this helping you? Question mark, right? I'm not sure because here's why, like we're substituting with diet desserts. We're trying to like do things to take the edge off the cravings, like eating flavored ice chips or mints or brush our teeth or whatever. And instead of asking the question, like, did I feed my body today? Because if you fed your body, maybe you wouldn't be having the cravings in the first place. If you were eating high quality meals, then you wouldn't be having these cravings in the first place. And so it's funny because I use this kind of like story or visual to make this clear. I'm like, imagine, and maybe this is in my head because I hiked this weekend. So I hiked with Georgia on my back this weekend for 5 miles, which was very challenging for me because she's about 30 pounds. And then with the pack, it was probably like getting close to 40. And so that was a really challenging physical activity for me, and I loved it. But so this is probably on my mind because of that. But imagine that you're walking, or doing a hike, and you've got these like, crazy shoes on, like almost like clown shoes, like big shoes that don't really work. They like drag in the mud, and you're trying to go on this hike, and your shoes are just, struggle busing it, and everybody is telling you how to like lift your feet just right, to use these crazy shoes, and like make sure you take a skippity step so that way it doesn't catch on the rock, and when it starts to drag in the mud then sing a song so that way you don't want to give up, and you're fighting these terrible shoes on your journey through the mud or through the woods or whatever, and you're answering the question of like, how do I deal with these terrible shoes, when the question that you should be asking is like, why don't I just wear different shoes, and then it won't be so hard and I won't have to fight the terrible shoes. That's cravings. Instead of fighting the cravings, the terrible shoes, right, that are making it hard to eat healthy and stay on track and to take good care of yourself because you have those sugar cravings, you're trying to deal with the cravings rather than just saying like, how do I get them to go away? Well, you get them to go away, or at least significantly go away, by eating better, by eating higher quality food. When you eat a Fitme plate style meal, so you're eating like a protein, some vegetables, a quality carb from the ground, a healthy fat, you have a balanced plate with like reasonable portion sizes, your body is getting what it needs to have energy, to recover, to build muscle, all those good things. And so cravings actually go down. So instead of fighting the terrible shoes, now you can just walk. And yeah, are you going to get stuck in the mud sometimes? Sure, we all do. I'm not saying that we'll never, ever have cravings again. I'm just saying that the typical narrative, especially like in diet culture and around like the fitness industry, is like to fight those cravings. Well, you know where that comes from? Let me explain it. In the fitness industry, we have sport. So there's the sport of bodybuilding, and then there's other sports, right? Like any athletic sport, I will put like in that fitness category. And at a high level, both for bodybuilding and other sports, there may be a specific nutrition protocol that someone needs to follow. So for example, in the sport of bodybuilding, let's think about it. Like they are going to gain muscle and body fat in a season. They're going to bulk. Then they're going to go through a season where they are dieting down. And again, I've never competed in bodybuilding, but this is like the general idea. And they're going to try to lose as much body fat as possible while maintaining as much muscle and shape as possible. And then at the end, they go even further and play with dehydration and all sorts of stuff to make their body as visually appealing as possible so that they can show off all of their hard work, right? Well, in order to create that, to play that sport, they have to diet, and not just regular diet, but I'm talking hardcore diet, right? They're going to super low body fat levels. So in order for them to achieve those body fat levels and diet to that degree, they're going to have crazy cravings. They're going to have crazy hunger. So they came up with all of these ways, these like sort of macro friendly or, ice chip situations, or deal with your, craving kind of, zero sugar hacks, right? To play their sport. But because they look a certain way, and because we admire fitness bodies and we say, wow, like we adopt those, I don't know what they're called, but like strategies or things that they're doing and try to apply them to real life. And if you're not eating real food, then having your like super low calorie, pudding pop probably is not going to deal with the craving, to be honest. And it's okay that you want to have it sometime. If you like it, by all means, I'm not knocking the actual thing. I'm saying if you're trying to deal with cravings, if you're trying to eat healthier, if your food quality is not really there, then using those sort of like hacks or strategies really aren't appropriate for you. Those were created for the sport. And that sport doesn't really translate into real life. Now, some of the things do, right? Like we all eat food, but it's very different. And so my challenge to you is, if you are someone who struggles with cravings, if you are someone who struggles with food quality, if you're someone who snacks on more like junk processed food and you're trying to cut back. So if you're happy with the amount of sugar and junk that you're eating, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about if you are unhappy with the amount of sugar and junk food you are eating. If you're like, yep, I am not happy with the amount of sugar and junk food that I'm eating, then my challenge to you is, instead of playing the discipline game, trying to fight, I'm going to just have one of those, Thin Mint cookies. I'm just going to have one. I'm going to fight. I'm going to win. I'm going to play the discipline game. Instead of playing that game, instead ask yourself, are you feeding your body with decent food regularly? And if the answer is no, well, then there is exactly what you need to focus on. Well, how do I eat a high quality breakfast? How do I eat a high quality lunch? How do I have a decent snack that's actually satisfying and filling, rather than something that's like a couple crackers or, a mini Snickers off somebody's desk? That's not a snack. So if you start to feed your body, well, then all of a sudden you don't have to play the discipline and motivation game anymore, because your body is going to start to feel better, and you're not trudging through the mud in some brick shoes. You've put on the right shoes to go through the mud, and yeah, it's still going to be sticky sometime. We all have cravings, especially women. Different times of the month, you might have more cravings than others. But on the whole, you're going to notice, just like that Fitme client did yesterday when she told me, she's like, I can't believe that my cravings are going away. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you had 16 Fitme plates in the past week. So that meant that more than she ate 2 Fitme plates a day for the last week plus, maybe even more. And all of a sudden her cravings are going away. And so she's using like our Fitme strategy for meals to feed her body. And so now, because she's doing that, she's not having as much sugar, and you can bet that her body is going to start responding to that after a couple of weeks. She will start losing weight. She will start feeling healthier and having more energy, because if you eat a pile of sugar, you're not going to feel very good. I tell my kids that all the time. We can't eat that. If you eat that mountain of sugar, you're not going to feel very good. And so she is seeing, even just after 1 week with Fitme, how all of a sudden she is fighting a different battle. The battle isn't, how do I deal with my cravings? The battle is, okay, well, how do I, plan some healthy meals for the week? Oh, I have this system, this Fitme plan that I can follow. Okay, perfect. I'm going to plan those meals. That's the battle that she's going to, okay, now I got to take this to, I'm going to have this ready when I get home. That's such a different challenge than trying to fight cravings. And this one, when you conquer this one, so if you just fight cravings, it's just a Band-Aid. I fought that craving, Band-Aid. It's back. It's back. It's back. It's back. But if you're like, I don't know how to eat healthy breakfasts, and you deal with that problem. And then now you're like, okay, I have 2 or 3 really solid breakfasts that I like to eat. You just didn't Band-Aid anything. You created a solution. You fixed a problem. It's not a Band-Aid. You fixed it. Because now, every morning, you're having your healthy breakfast. Maybe you're having some steel-cut oats. Maybe you're having some, turkey sausage and a little bit of egg. And you're having a big glass of water. And you're walking out the door and you're like, man, I feel satisfied. Or maybe you're making, egg bites over the weekend that are packed with vegetables and some Canadian bacon that you've chopped up in there. And then you're having that with, a whole wheat English muffin. And so you're having this really high protein, awesome thing packed with vegetables and a muffin on your way out, like a English muffin on your way out the door, and you're feeling solid. Or maybe you're like, I love yogurt. So you're having this, protein packed yogurt with a couple of berries, and you're really enjoying it. And you're like, this is a high quality breakfast. So now you have solved the breakfast problem and you're on your way, and it's not a Band-Aid. So hopefully this was a helpful coffee talk message for you. I think sometimes we try to fix the wrong problem, and we chase doing that with strategies that really weren't built for us in the first place. And so my advice to you is ask yourself that question. If you're fighting cravings, if you're fighting motivation, maybe you're just fighting the wrong thing. Maybe that's not the problem. And if you're not sure how to feed your body, how to give yourself the nutrition that you need, well, that's what I can help you with. How to challenge your body, like exercise, how to move your body, and how to feed your body is what we do in Fitme. We show you how to do that and build it for your real life. And so when you do those things, well, then you end up healthy, happy, feeling great. And so if you need help, you know where to find me. Just click apply for coaching on our website, and we can have a conversation about it. But thanks as always for plugging into Coffee Talk. Do not forget to apply for the scholarship. I'm going to put the link everywhere. Fill that out. Apply for the Fitme scholarship. We're going to announce the winner on Monday. I cannot wait to give away this $6,500 coaching package to someone because their life is going to change this year. And again, we're giving some partials. So put yourself in the ring for this opportunity. This is our full package coaching program to guide you every step of the way. So if you're like, I want to eat better this year, I want to exercise, I want to take better care of myself, that's what we're going to do. So thanks for plugging into Coffee Talk. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fitme Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, go to Facebook, search Fitme Community, request to join the group. I will add you there, and the reset is happening in there right now. And so it's not too late to jump in on the Fitme reset. If you need a little kick in the pants to get you going this year, hop in. We're going to be doing free programs, games, and challenges in the Fitme Community Facebook group all year. And so we'd love to have you be a part of it. Thanks for plugging in. Talk to you later. Bye.